Talking Nerdcore, talking Nerdcore today. We're talking Nerdcore, talking Nerdcore all way. We're talking Nerdcore, talking Nerdcore today. We're talking Nerdcore all way.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's the animeoveranalyst here, and welcome to another episode of Talking Nerdcore. Today, my guest is TaylorMadeOtaku. You want to introduce yourself a little bit, dude?
Hi, my name is TaylorMadeOtaku. I'm a little sleepy. Don't mind me. Taylor is fine. It's a lot shorter.
Yeah, sure thing, Taylor.
It's a lot less silly of a name.
Yeah. So, what do you do? Just YouTube?
YouTube. I started streaming a lot more on Twitch.
Okay.
Just doing whatever I feel like doing that day.
Fair enough. I do that a lot with Twitch. So, yeah, today's episode we're going to be talking about some Black Clover, and you said that you had just watched that show, so give me your kind of thoughts about it, and feel free to go spoilers. This will be a full spoiler episode.
Full spoiler episode.
Yep.
Like my overall
just give me some overall thoughts.
I think it's what's the best way to put it? It's a generic shonen.
Yeah.
That has like all the the tropes, but also has really good like character writing.
Yeah.
For some of the characters.
Yeah.
Not all. Not all. It's all of them aren't perfect, and I don't know why I love it the way as much as I do. It's kind of like
it's unapologetically right shonen. Like it's like I am shonen. I know I'm shonen, and I don't care that I'm shonen.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it's got the main character, Asta, being possessed by a demon, like in every shonen. You gotta have your demon MC. But what's so fascinating with him is just his positive mentality. Like, I just love his mentality.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I like Asta.
Yeah. So, let's kind of talk about the whole, I guess, like, Black Bull's Magic Knight system. You know, there's a whole bunch of, like, different guilds, and Asta's part of the Black Bulls, which is, like, the Guild of Misfits. So, like, out of all the characters there, do you have, like, a specific one that you like? Or, you know, what do you think of just the guild itself, even?
Well, based on plot's sake, they're my favorite guild. They're the only one that's ever been focused on.
Fair enough.
If I had to go, like my favorite characters from the guild, it's Yami.
Okay.
Who I'm not gonna lie is like my second or third favorite character of all time at this point.
He's so cool.
Asta, Noelle. I really like Charmy, like a lot.
Yeah.
She makes me laugh.
Yeah. It's so fascinating. She's got kind of like the chibi personality, you know. She's, you know, you think, oh, she's adorable, and then you get her into a fight, and especially if there's food involved, she goes into demon mode.
she wrecks people.
Yeah.
She wrecks people.
Like that whole fight when she first meets Yuno, and there's like that witch that's trying to take over the Clover capital, And I think the witch like destroys the kitchen, and Charmy goes full on insane. That's when we first get introduced to like her hybrid form or whatever it is.
What she actually looks like.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think of that whole
God.
like little mini arc after the time skip where she just ate like half of the Heart Kingdom's food?
She I love Charmy. That wasn't cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool. Also, though, it's a very Charmy thing. They have really good food, so she's gonna eat as much as she can.
Yeah.
And dare you to stop her.
Mm-hmm. And she will force you to eat food, which is hilarious. Like, she's like, oh, your magic's running low. Stuff your face. Just start stuffing.
I think that's one of the main reasons that I like Black Clover more than like a lot of other shonens, because they beat people with teamwork.
Yes.
Like no one person is so like overpowerly busted that they could just win any fight by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, do they have busted abilities? Yes.
I mean, Asta has the ultimate reverse Uno card practically.
Yeah, but like if you have like Charmy and Vanessa, you're pretty much good on mana, and you're probably not gonna die.
Yeah. And if you have Finroll by your side, you can just instantly you have your transportation covered.
Right. And I like the fact that for like the most like first half of the show, from what's out right now, Asta is the main character. He does have a demon inside him, but he's not overpowered.
Yeah.
He has like anti-magic, which, you know, cancels out magic, and I think he can repel magic back. But it's not like he can make like this ridiculous like I can also throw a whole bunch of anti-magic at you and like some force attack, and you can't do anything about it. It's like, no, this is what I got. I can cancel your magic, but I still got to throw hands with you.
Yeah. Well,
And
what's so fascinating is that he's constantly training. Like, this dude is working it out constantly, which, you know, props to him. It really shows like the amount of effort. Like, he's got to put effort into his ability. It's not just, sure, he has the anti-magic, but he's got to work for it, which is fascinating.
Right.
So, I think you also touched up on Noelle a little bit earlier. Right? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah. I usually like hate tsunderes. Like, I hate them.
I honestly like can't stand her half the time. So I'm really interested on your take.
Like, okay, all right, I get it. She's generic tsundere.
Yeah.
I get it. Textbook, like, by to the definition tsundere. But unlike a lot of other shonen heroines, I guess, she actually develops, she gets stronger, and it's not because she wants to like stay with like Oster or like whatever, you know? Like, she has like her own goals, her own like ambitions, her own like story. And the thing I like about Black Clover is they didn't wait forever to give her like her development. You know, like, i.e. like Sakura and like Naruto, like they waited they went through all of Naruto, gave her jack except cutting her hair.
Yeah.
Which, depending on who you ask, is a very good character moment. If you ask me, it's not. But
I guess my issue with that character moment was more of like it didn't carry over. Like it was like a one and done deal, and then she kind of reverted back to her original self a little bit.
Right. It, I think there was like a meme of like where you have like a bunch of ways to get out of a situation, but you're Sakura. They were
Yeah.
like she was like holding her by the hair. She had a kunai in her hand, and
If just like
the legs open,
yeah.
the foot's open, the hands open, but she cuts her hair instead. And I'm like, well, okay, all right. I get what you're saying here. I'm laughing. However, chill. It wasn't like I don't blame her for cutting her hair. I just don't like that's used as a character building moment because she cut her hair in a situation where if she didn't cut her hair, she was probably going to die.
Yeah.
Along with Naruto and Sasuke. Like it wasn't it wasn't a good character moment for me. Yeah. I also didn't like the fact that she was built up as being like at least on their level, like Naruto and Sasuke, and just it never came to fruition until like Shippuden, and then even in Shippuden, she was still kind of the same. Like
it really wasn't until the final fight when she pulled off the healing jutsu thing in the But yeah, when it comes to Noelle, you kind of see the development. It's a little bit subtle, but you do see it happen throughout the show, which is really nice. It's not something that they're like, okay, I'm gonna do it once and it's over. No, her whole issue is confidence based. Like her entire magic goes awry because she's so nervous about it, which is really, really fascinating. And I really like that whole aspect of like, you got to be confident in yourself in order to cast magic.
Right. I also like the fact that like her character like really has like her own like actual like ambitions. Like I said it before. Like, okay, my waifu is Hinata. Right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Number one, right? No one that will never be replaced. Her writing is bad.
Oh yeah,
it's very bad. The writing for a lot of the women in Naruto. All of the women in Naruto is bad.
Hinata had a lot of potential. She got shafted, honestly, because I'm with you there. I think Hinata is like one of my favorite females in Naruto.
Yeah, she got shafted. Sakura got a huge shaft. Like they set her up for success and just didn't give it to her at all. God damn. But yeah, like Noelle's got her own like ambition. Like she wants to be like worthy of like her family name. She wants to live up to like her mom's legacy. She wants to find get the demon that killed her mom and get revenge and all that. So she's got her own like things she wants to do. It's not like she's like, oh, I want to stay here with Asta and keep up with him.
Yeah, it's very much like the world doesn't center around Asta, which is really nice. You get a lot of shows where like the world revolves around the main character. But with Black Clover, there's things happening all around. You have the Spade Kingdom invading the Heart Kingdom, which was really cool. It really shows like Asta can't be the center. He can't be everywhere at once. You're going to need other people to step up.
Right. I wasn't done with my favorite characters list.
Yeah. You said
Luck.
Yami. Luck?
Yami's my man.
Yeah, talk about Yami for me. What's in Yami that you just love?
I love that man.
I'm not sure if I made you laugh or cry or both.
I I love that man so much. He's so good. He's so good. I love the fact that he saw, like, he looks at people
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I like you. I like what you're about. I like who you are, not
Yeah.
what you can do. Come join my squad.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's constantly like pushing them, like, hey, go ahead, push past your limits.
Yeah.
Keep pushing, keep working. I'm not gonna be here to, push you and train you myself. I'm here to motivate you when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like steps back and he like lets them
That whole
build
fight
themselves
with
up.
Vado in like that underwater arc was
Oh my
amazing.
god, bro, he's so cool. Oh my god.
I love like in that entire like I've watched that entire arc like 2 to 3 times because like you could see there's a lot of subtlety in his character because he's sitting in the control room with the other dude and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to be chill," but you could see him clench his fist like he wants to fuck shit up. But he's going to be
Right.
like, "No, I'm going to talk my guys through." Until finally he's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to surpass my own limits."
Right. He's like, I'm about to practice what I preach right now. Let's go.
That's so cool. Like how often do like anime mentor figures actually practice what they preach?
Um mm,
I think All Might does a little bit.
All Might does practice what he
Yeah.
preaches. That's All Might is one of my favorite
Yeah.
characters too, especially like My Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, yo,
Yeah.
we finna do this. Like, I'm about to groom the next generation, one way or another.
Well,
but I'm gonna
yeah.
keep going, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I think, bro, like the, bro, I love Yami, bro. I wish there was like a little bit better writing with like him and like Charlotte, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Charlotte is the stereotypical tsundere as well, and she's even worse than Noelle, honestly. Like,
Oh no,
at least Noelle has her own story sideline, but it seems like Charlotte just revolves around Yami the entire time.
I mean, that's what we've been told so far, but Charlotte's dope.
Yeah.
I really like Charlotte.
You think that they're going to go into depth with, like, maybe her curse? Because Charlotte does have that curse with the Briar stuff.
I think the curse was lifted.
Was it? I thought she still had it, and she just managed to control it better. Because Yami does go and talk to her at one point about it.
If my memory serves me correctly, Yami's the one who broke the curse, because to break the curse, she had to fall in love with a man.
Oh, was that it?
And she fell in love with Yami, which broke the curse. And Yami was asking how her curse was basically lifted to help lift the curse off like Asta. But
Gotcha.
I think it was something with Asta.
Yeah.
I don't remember everything. But I really like Charlotte. I really do. It's one of those shows, like Charlotte's like very soon, but she has, which is sad because she's a grown woman, but her basically like her entire life she's been like unimpressed with like with men. She's been approached by like just
scumbags
scumbags, not great men. And so she's like always like, you know what? I'm a woman. I'm strong. I can handle this on my own. And then she met Yami. Yami's like, you can rely on
we're not all scumbags.
Like some of us are reliable. You know this.
Yeah.
So, she fell in love, but then she's a whole magic, knight's captain, right? So she, put some respect on her name. my issue is, which is, yeah, I guess this is an issue. Like, we never see Charlotte like fighting,
Mm-hmm.
like we see like Yami fighting. Like, we've
Yeah.
seen Yami versus Charlotte. We've seen Yami fighting alongside Yami, but not.
Yeah.
They were holding their own, but she didn't do much.
I was gonna say that, and then
Right.
she also was possessed by an elf at one point, Charla. That whole, it was so weird how all these elves look like the humans. I mean, I know they had the souls in them, but that just seemed a little off-putting a little bit. But
Like how close they looked.
yeah, it was like, okay.
I mean, I was cool with it. I just need some I need some of that Noel writing to go towards Charlotte. But
Yeah.
I do dig Charlotte. I
Okay.
dig Charlotte with Yami.
Yeah, for me,
Because
my most favorite female character in Black Clover is Mario Leona. She is such a badass. I fucking love her. I'm not sure if I'm making you cry or laugh. All my audio listeners are gonna be like, "What's going on?"
I'm not gonna lie. I love her too, bro.
Yeah.
It's something about a woman who can kick your ass, bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well,
But
and
she's so dope.
I just love like how she does what she wants to do. She doesn't give a single fuck about anything. And like there's times when she like practically invades the Black Bulls guild hideout and she just kidnaps people. I just love those. She's like, "I'm just going to take you."
Bro, she busts in and Yami's like, "Hey, yo, there's a wild animal in here. Get out." I like how she's so strong. Even the captains are just like, we're just gonna go along with this. We ain't finna fight back.
Yeah.
This ain't
Well,
gonna be
she
worth
was
it.
originally going to be the captain of the Crimson Lions, and she's like, "Nah, fam, that's not my life. I don't want
Like,
that."
Yeah, she's just like, that ain't me. I'm not a cap. Now Flamgolion's
Yeah.
a G. I like Flamgolion.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Did you really think that he was going to be dead for half the show, or did you think he was going to pull out of that coma?
I felt like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to Shonen. I thought we were probably not gonna see him till like 1,000 episodes later.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, that guy, Flamgolion. I like Flamgolion. Now, was I done with?
You were talking about how you liked Fagolian. And when we were talking about Mario Leona, I guess their dynamic between the two is hilarious.
It is pretty funny. I do like it though, because they really think the other one is better.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, hey, I ain't nothing compared to my brother. I ain't nothing compared to my sister.
Yeah.
But then they're just like, nah, both of y'all are like, both of y'all are pretty dope. Both of y'all are like the ones.
Yeah. I mean, Fagolian freaking got the fire spirit after Fauna lost it. Like, that shit. When he came out with the fire spirit, I lost my freaking mind. I was like, holy shit.
It's dope. It's so dope. Like, I like how actually strong the Magic Knight captains are.
Yeah.
I like how they're actually like on a different level. Because like so many times it's like, oh, I'm the captain, but there's just kids in my squad that are like 4 times stronger than me, and they just don't know it yet. It's like, no, we're gonna be strong. We're gonna be stronger than you, but we're gonna work towards it.
Yeah,
instead.
even
Unless your name is Juno,
yeah. Well, yeah, he's freaking
which
broken.
irritates me.
Yeah.
Juno irritates me.
Oh, really? Talk to me about that. Why does he irritate you?
Yuno's writing irritates me. It reminds me like a lot of like Ichigo.
I haven't actually seen Bleach, so you're gonna have to describe it a little bit for me.
Uh, Spoiler alert: he gets handed powers.
Okay.
Like all the time. The first episode, he's literally handed powers.
Okay.
Like I'm not even.
Kind of sounds like Deku a little bit. Here's some powers for you.
Like not even like Deku. Deku at least had to like train his body up for like a year. He at least had like a dream that was working to be fulfilled. Ichigo was literally just walking, and Rukia had a sword and just handed it to him, and he just became a Soul Reaper. He became a substitute, so that's how it happened. And he just gets handed like everything. It's like, here is the perfect guy. He's got this amazing magic. He has amazing control over the magic. He gets an amazing grimoire. He gets the wind spirit. He is now strong enough to be the vice captain. He's also a fucking prince. Like,
yes.
Like, bro, like, how much does this kid actually need?
That's true.
Like, we get it. Like, Sasuke didn't get this much.
Yeah.
Which is like the biggest comparison. Everyone's like, oh, it's just Naruto and Sasuke, or like Deku and Bakugo. It's like, well, that's kind of like the dynamic of shonen.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, you always have to have your rival. I do love his relationship with Asta, though. I think that whole rival aspect is really good writing.
Right. It is. I just kind of hate the fact that he's a dick sometimes for like very little reasons.
Fair enough. I always just kind of
this guy.
I always kind of saw that as he was a dick, but that's just how their relationship was that Asta kind of accepted that, because Asta was also kind of annoying as a kid with the whole screaming thing, and that I'm glad that anime pulled away from that just a little bit with him just constantly yelling.
I mean, that was the biggest issue, right? That people had. It's like, he's so obnoxious. And it's like, but he's such a good character, though.
I mean, it didn't even really bother me, to be honest, the whole yelling thing. I mean, yeah, it was annoying and obnoxious, but I'm fine with that. You know, that was part of his character, was he was kind of an obnoxious kid up until he got the slap beaten out of him practically by Yami in the magic entrance exam, where Yami's like, I choose you.
I'm not gonna lie, most shonen protagonists have an annoying voice.
Yeah.
Most of them. Naruto definitely had an annoying voice.
I mean, okay, yeah. I was so used to Naruto, like the English acting, that I just got kind of used to it.
Oh, his English voice actor is fine. Now the English voice actor is fine. I got used to it.
Yeah.
The sub, no, absolutely not. Luffy sub voice, no. Goku's is the worst. Oh my god.
Really?
I don't like it at all. I don't like any of the sub.
Honestly, like I've heard some of like Luffy's dub, and I'm not impressed with the dub for Luffy at all. I'd rather take the sub. The sub, yeah, it's kind of a high pitch, but it makes a bit more sense. The dub just sounds so weird to me.
It does. Like, I watched Black Clover dubbed for most of it, and I would watch some sub clips where they would come out. But for the most of it, I watched it dubbed. Black Clover's got a good dub.
Okay. Yeah, I only watched it subbed, only because I was watching it when it was first airing, so it didn't have a dub at the time. I think I saw like a clip or two that was dubbed, and I was just culture shocked, I suppose. It just didn't sound right to me. But
Yeah, usually the first thing that you hear is usually the thing that you stick with,
yeah,
unless you just don't care
probably.
about this show. 'Cause sometimes I don't care. I don't want to listen to this anymore. I don't,
Yeah.
Some days you just don't feel like reading.
Yeah, yeah, and that's definitely true. Like sometimes I started watching Haikyuu dubbed because I wanted to multitask, and my Haikyuu has a pretty good dub.
It does.
So, all right. So yeah, we talked a bit about just some of the Magic Knight captains and whatnot. What's like your favorite arc?
My favorite arc.
Yeah, do you have like a favorite arc?
Definitely the last arc with the
Oh,
I don't forget what they were.
the Dark Triad.
Yeah, the Dark Triad.
Yeah, all the devils and stuff. That it's still going on in the manga, I believe. I'm like 10 chapters behind in the manga.
Yeah, that's been my favorite.
Yeah.
I've liked that. I like that one. I like the elves a lot.
Yes, the Eye of the Midnight Sun arc. That one was really good.
I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, all the arcs, honestly, I don't really think there was like one super bad arc at all. Even the arc that you think was gonna go a little bit downhill, the Ghost backstory arc. That's when we get first introduced to the Eye of the Midnight Sun, where like Ghosh and Asa walk into this cave to fight some snow dudes, and these dudes are super weak, and then suddenly out of nowhere the Eye of the Midnight Sun shows up, and suddenly Magic Knight captains show up, and we have just this giant battle royale. We're like, what the hell happened here?
Oh my god, oh god. Have you ever been introduced to a character that you want to like, but you can't bring yourself to?
No, it's usually usually I start off liking characters and then that's when I start getting disappointed, but I don't know. I don't think there's ever a character where it's like I want to like him but I don't.
Like
I guess Deku's kind of like that. Yeah, I don't really like Deku too much. I want to, but sometimes he just annoys me. Same thing with Noelle. Like there's times aspects where it's like I really like her writing. I think she's a well-written character, but damn, she annoys me sometimes with that tsundere stuff.
Fair. Once again, fair enough.
Yeah.
What was it? The vice captain of the Black Bulls? I don't remember his name.
Knocked.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I want to like him because I feel like I like his character design. I like his
super emo kind of design.
his magic. I like his demeanor. I hate how he treats the Black Bulls.
I don't think we've gotten backstory to him in the anime yet, so I won't say very much.
Like,
so
there's no backstory for him yet.
Yet.
However,
his backstory gets kind of crazy.
That's what I'm waiting on. I am waiting on his backstory. I am waiting for his development so I can like him. Because right now, I hate him.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything since you haven't read the manga yet, but he has some crazy backstory with Yami. There is a reason why he avoids the Black Bulls like the plague.
Oh my god. Bro, I can't. I don't.
I do love the subtle. I do love the subtle like writing though, where if you actually think about it, throughout the entire show, you're like, oh yeah, this squad has a vice captain, this squad has a vice captain, this squad has a vice captain. Not once did they bring up the vice captain of the Black Bulls. They never even asked about it until then. And you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Who is the vice captain of the Black Bulls? Like, I kind of like that. Although, I also kind of wish that someone brought that up.
I like how not even like the other captains knew.
Yeah.
Because they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
He just kind of showed up out of nowhere and then abducted Asta.
Oh, God.
What did you think of that whole, like, training contract binding Asta and Liebe?
Well, I felt this is it's very shonen.
Yeah.
They don't fight. They kind of talk and reconciling and have like a heart-to-heart, which I'm, okay with. It's the backstory of Liebe, though. I felt bad. I felt bad. I
Like,
hate the fact.
Okay.
Like, I hate the fact that, one, Liebe went through that because he was so weak. Two, I hate the fact that Asta's mom looks exactly like him and acts exactly like him. It's like if Asta was a MILF and I'm like, don't know how to feel about it. I also don't like the fact that she died. I hate the fact Asta never met his mom.
Yeah.
That would have been a really, really cool moment. Honestly.
Yeah. Who knows? And we don't even know about his dad at all. So, part of me is like, maybe it doesn't matter because his real family was the orphanage, that Sister Lily that he constantly wants to marry. And whoever the father is, I'm blanking on the father, but that's kind of like his real family. But still, I think it would be nice for him to meet his biological mother. But it does add to the emotion, to Liebe's backstory and like how he got into the grimoire and why he chose Asta, because Asta is so connected to her.
Yeah, it's cute. I also goddamn. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Like, out of all like the shonen that's out now, Black Clover is the one that I'm actually like heavily invested in, which is I guess way against the norm because I'm not that invested in like Jujutsu Kaisen and like Demon Slayer and like everybody else is. So
I mean, I'm not either. But for me right now it's One Piece, but that's only because I'm caught up with the manga. And I kind of like Black Clover. It's not that I dropped it, I just didn't catch up with it.
oh, there'd be
chapters
like
came out.
yeah, there'd be like long spells where I didn't watch Black Clover. I think I said on that I would like binge like 30 episodes.
Oh yeah. And I think Black Clover is one of those shows that's like really great binging. What do you think of those filler arcs? Like that one that took place like before the time skip.
Like the
There was
like what the training are?
kind of. There was one before that, I think, where there was like this peasant woman who started this whole like secret society, and then they abducted Asta and Nero. Oh, I gotta talk about Nero at some point. She is like one of my waifus. But
Nero is cute. Nero is pretty great. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of into it, but I was also like, I want this to be over. I want to move on to something else.
mm-hmm.
Like, I want to move on to something else. Like, it didn't feel like filler. I thought, like, I don't know what filler is. I can tell what some filler is.
Yeah.
you know, like them trying to fight monsters like outside of the black, you know, the
Yeah.
hideout, and it turns out they're just Yami's pets.
Yeah, definitely filler. I mean, for me, some of the best anime that does filler is the ones that expand on the world and expand on the minor characters. And that's what Black Clover did quite well, honestly, is they really expanded on the world, at least with that filler where they kind of showed like an issue of what happened after the Eye of the Midnight Sun arc when you had all these villages that got destroyed by elves. You know?
Right.
It-
It's a good little filler.
Mm-hmm.
I was just waiting for like, I guess the story to pick back up a little bit. I guess
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
it was like the whole like squad captains like, y'all know y'all finna die, right? You though, you motherfuckers y'all murdered somebody. We gotta banish y'all, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then they just left, and I'm 1,000% sure that they're all dead.
Yeah, probably not gonna show back up
They
ever
died.
again.
They died. They did not survive.
Yeah, it's like, yep, there you go. You're banished to this high-end magic region where there's no chance of survival. Good luck.
Oh, I thought they were banished out of the Clover Kingdom, and they could go to another kingdom.
Yeah, they had to
And
go to another kingdom, but they had to go through like the frosty or the like, the wintry.
Yeah, they had to go through like the dangerous spot.
Yeah.
But I thought the captains offered to like escort them there, and they were just like, no, we don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
And then they went off, and then they died. So that's on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's on them. I'd rather live than to be like, I didn't take any handouts. Like, no, fuck that. I want to survive.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I want to survive.
I actually want to talk about Nero a little bit because her character really fascinated me during that Eye of the Midnight Sun arc with just how she started off as just this, I think they call it swallowtail. She's a bird that chose Asta. For some reason, she just like decided to hang with him for most of the arc. I think it was after he first found the stone, like way back in the first 10 episodes, because there was like a dungeon with he and Luck went into with Yuno and Mimosa and that I think Cross is the dude's name. And I think after that, Nero just kind of stuck with him. And I just really enjoyed her backstory of like falling in love with like the first magic king and wanting. It was like he was the first person that ever accepted her, and then she became cursed and forced to stay in that form as a bird. Just really fascinating.
When I first saw her, I was like, that's a Pokemon.
Fair enough.
I remember that. Did I expect for her to turn into a girl? No. Should I have? Yes. Because anime.
Yeah, anime.
If there is a talking like animal that follows you around, it is 1,000% a very cute girl.
Yeah. Well, it
1,000%.
didn't start talking until like close to her reveal. Before then, it just kind of annoyed everyone, mainly Asta.
Not everyone, just Asta.
Just Asta.
She was just chilling on his head, and I was
Yeah.
just like, all right, I guess we're here now. It's
Yeah.
not bothering anybody.
So,
Nobody but me. Man,
Yeah.
I like Asta. I like Asta, man.
yeah,
Oh my god.
he's so chill. Like,
He's a guy that you'd hang out with.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could hang out with like Tanjiro and like maybe Yuji. Maybe Yuji. But I like Asta the most. Like,
Yeah.
bro, even when he thought he like lost his like arms. He's like, I'm gonna be the Wizard King, goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still do this somehow,
That was
some way.
such a powerful moment when he's crying on top of the mountain, and you just see the rest of the Black Bull members behind them. I just felt so much. And then they didn't want to tell him that they're gonna try and find a cure.
They're like, no, we, because they knew how he was going to react to that,
Mm-hmm.
and they was like, no, we gotta help homie out.
Yeah.
We gotta help homie out.
Well,
Like, it's like that whole thing of like actual like family
mhm.
that I'm really into. They all like branched out and found like a bunch of different ways to try to help them. Like even freaking Ghosh
Yes.
was like helping, and Ghosh doesn't care about anything except Marie, which I absolutely hate. I don't like Ghosh. I don't like Ghosh.
Yeah.
The whole Sweet Home Alabama thing, I'm not into it. I'm not. I only like that in my hentai. I don't want that in my anime.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You got me so off guard with that comment.
That's what I do.
But yeah. Ghosh, for me, I don't dislike him, honestly. He's one of those characters that I'm always kind of fascinated with him a little bit. I do agree the sister complex is no. Just
it's the fact that it's so hard.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I can understand being like, I love my little sister more than anything.
I even understand the whole I want to protect her.
Right. I want to protect my baby sister. Right.
That's
good
fine.
On you.
And then
walking around with a picture of her in your pocket and getting a nosebleed when you look at it is
they did
a lot.
I don't know if you picked up on it. The nosebleed is not something to go along with like affection, as more of it's something to he deeply cares about someone. He actually got a nosebleed for Asta once.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he actually did. And that's when they reveal, like, yeah, it's not something like sexual. It's just something that happens when he really cares about someone. I guess.
Okay. See, that's nice, but still.
Yeah, no, still, it's the way they imply it. It's just like, eh. But he's got something coming on, or dealing with Gray that's real fascinating. They kind of started showing a little bit of that towards the end. What do you think about Gray becoming like an arcane level wizard, or an S? Like she's her powers are a little mysterious. They're not as what they show to be.
Last thing I remember, she was being shown to be like the broken like healer of the group.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's the last thing I remember.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's close to it. Yeah. It was. They pretty much left her as a mystery at the moment because the manga pretty much picks up with them attacking the demons, the devils. But yeah, basically there's something up with her, that her magic isn't what she thinks it is. So
it's not like transformation magic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She doesn't know what it is, and so that's kind of the mystery. It's like someone on her level who's usually like a D-ranked wizard or something like that. She's got a lot of hidden potential. So I think that's fascinating. I think they're basically setting something up to expand her character, because up until this point she was not much of a character at all.
Right. Yeah, that's true. She's just been in the background. She's been back there with Gordon. That's his name.
Yes, Gordon. Oh, my boy, Gordon. I love him so much.
I do really like Gordon. I feel so bad for Gordon, bro. I feel so bad. They're just like, we don't know we don't notice you at all. And he's like, I'm just here with my best pal Austin.
We're all going.
Austin's the only one
Asta,
that notices.
Asta can talk. He can speak Gordon. But I love the moments when Gordon is so passionate that he actually yells. Those moments hit pretty hard. Like when they're standing up for the guild during the Eye of the Magic Midnight Sun arc. Gee, the more I think about it, how fantastic that arc was.
Yeah, it's a great arc.
But yeah,
like those. I think those are the two best arcs so far.
Yeah. I was gonna say, in the manga, Magna has a really nice moment, so I won't spoil that.
I'm waiting for him to get a W.
He gets a massive W in the manga, like huge.
I am waiting.
Shoot, who's the stink bug dude, the trap guy, Ash Magic? I'm blinking on his name right now.
Zora,
yeah. He helps out Magna a little bit train during the time skip, but you don't really see it up until where the manga was, because Magna got really pissed that Luck was able to go and train in the Heart Kingdom, but he couldn't.
I mean, if we're being completely honest, Luck has shown way more power than Magna has. So I wasn't upset. It was more of, well, we don't really know what you can do. You haven't really done anything except for,
swing a baseball bat.
like you fought, but you never been like that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like Luck has showed, if he can calm down, that he can be that dude.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on Magna.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on, what's his face? The guy who talks really slow.
Oh, Henry.
I'm waiting on Henry.
Yeah.
To get some development, too.
From what I've gathered in the manga, he has not yet. But that could always change. But yeah, I agree.
No, it's fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much the Black Bulls. We pretty much covered every single character as far as I remember.
Have we? We haven't talked about Vanessa.
That's true. What do you think about her?
I love Vanessa. Vanessa's also like a chick I'd hang out with. She seems like she's just genuinely fun to be around. I also like I like her relationship with Yami. It's nice.
I love that relationship. What was the arc where she's like, when we're done with this, I want to get a beer with you? Something like that.
I think she said that.
Was that before he got kidnapped? Yami got kidnapped?
Yeah, it was before he got kidnapped. I think it was way before. I think it might have been like in a flashback. And when Vanessa came home, Yami was like waiting with like a beer.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll pick that beer up like when I feel like I've earned it. And he's like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like it. I really like their like relationship. That, like, bro, one of my favorite episodes is when they were like at that festival.
Yeah.
And Charlotte and Vanessa just started going at it.
Oh, the drinking contest. That
like,
was
bro,
hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. Because I can see why Charlotte was like wary of like Vanessa, because they were, always together she's always together with Yami.
Yeah.
They have a good like relationship. It was Vanessa being like, I don't know why, but I want to fight her.
That's yeah.
I was like, Oh, is she into Yami too? But then it's like, no.
No, I think she just respects Yami.
She really respects Yami. That's the extent of it. But she's also like, I will fight you for.
Yeah.
I will fight you. I want to, and I don't know why, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
And then they had like a whole thing, and then they're like, who's the best at drinking? Which is obviously Vanessa, but I think she had already drunk herself.
I was gonna say, I think she had. Yeah.
Charlotte took one goddamn sip. It was.
I was gonna say, wasn't she such a lightweight?
She was a super lightweight. And I like that she was like, I have to finish the beer so I can win. And Yami's like, nah, this is stupid. Give me this beer. Give me this beer. Give me this beer.
I love how Yami just subtly takes care of Charlotte just a little bit. Like, he's so dense that he doesn't even realize her feelings for him. He just does it because he just takes care of her because he wants to.
That's an interesting thing because I've heard a lot of different people's, different takes on it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like me think it's the shonen thing.
Yeah.
They never know when someone's into them.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, Charlotte doesn't make it obvious. She makes it seem like she hates him. She does. And not even just.
She takes off running across town the second he's.
It's the constant running, just running away.
Oh, freaking! I remember that episode when she wakes up and he's right next to her.
Like she wakes up and she's just like, and Soul's like, you have a visitor, and she's like, looks, and she's like, and Yami's just like, yo. And then she thought he was gonna ask her about them being about what the elf said.
Yeah.
And she freaked out, just started running as fast as she could.
Yeah.
She stopped a robbery, she stole a baby, returned a baby, she ran on water. She saved 3 people. And I'm just like, yo, Charlotte, I love you so much. I love you so much. But now, one of the other fan theory is that, which I actually like the theory and I hope it's true, is that Yami actually knows that she's into him. He's waiting for her to be more comfortable enough to tell him.
I've thought about that, honestly, because the way he treats even just the Black Bull members, it's like he knows what's up, he just refuses to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I feel like he's like, I'm gonna wait till she's comfortable, she's doing all this stuff so she can not, when she's around me, run away. And that's what. And when he says why do you always run away from me, it's like you hate me, he's trying to nudge her in the direction. It's you know when you run away you make it look like you hate me.
Yeah.
Right? So you should stop doing that.
And then she goes yes, because I hate you, you crazy male dude.
It's not even that. She's just, bro, I'm not even gonna hold you. Some of my favorite moments in Black Clover is just Charlotte and Yami interacting. Bro, when Charlotte was when she told her squad that she was in love with Yami, she was willing to resign as the captain.
I remember that. Oh,
but
that
she
was
had
so
to get
great.
it out. And then all everybody except Soul, but we can talk about Soul a little bit later. Everybody was like, "Yo, that's high, that's fire," and they were all like, "We'll help you. We'll help you." Get
In
with
fact,
them.
some of them were like, "Oh yeah, so that means I don't need to hide my boyfriend anymore."
You're like, well, that's nice. I had a boyfriend, and I've been hiding him for a long time. At least I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain. This is great. And then he finally showed up, and then Yami's like, hey, yo, why you run away, though?
Yeah.
It's like, you broke my poor little heart. And everybody's like, he's so dense, she can't get the words out. And then homie Asta coming in, ultimate wingman,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, Captain Yami, I don't really think that Captain Charlotte hates you. I think she really trusts you. It's a lot like how Noel is with me.
I
He's like-
remember that.
And Yami's like, are you just gonna say that out loud like you proud of it?
Well, just that comparison of like, it's so obvious that Noelle is an Asta too.
I will give like the dense protagonist thing, I will give that like a pass sometimes. Because, it's you don't really know if someone's into you unless they say something or make it painfully obvious.
Yeah.
The thing is with like a lot of characters, like I give them that pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Yami that pass. Charlotte does not make it obvious that she likes Yami.
Yeah.
Now when we have like dense protagonists, like what's his name from Infinite Stratos?
I don't know that show. So
Ichigo, that's his name. There's a show called Infinite Stratos. Main dude's name is Ichigo. It's a harem. One of the girls says, "I want you to hold my hand." And his response was, "Okay. We wouldn't want you to get lost. You don't know your way around here." And I literally almost punched a hole in my wall. I was like, no. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for half a second. It does not matter how long you've known your female friend. If she says, "Hold my hand," they don't say, "Hold my hand." Yeah. They will never say, "Hold my hand."
Yeah, honestly, this may be a controversial opinion, but I think the show that's done relationships the best is Seven Deadly Sins. Because they have one love triangle where the two people can't figure each other out. That's King and Deanne. And then everyone else, they've paired up and they acknowledge that they like each other. Bon and Elaine, Meliodas and Elizabeth. Blinking on. I guess Escanor and Merlin, although that one's kind of weird too. But it's very much like obvious to me.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not a fan of Seven Deadly Sins, so I can't.
That's fair. No, I'm not
really
much of a fan of the show. I'm just saying that they did the relationships. They're one of the best in terms of relationships.
Let me rephrase that. I like the show. I don't like Meliodas.
Fair enough. He's very much a creep.
The amount of unnecessary boob grab.
Yeah. And
skirt lift, and the fact that Elizabeth's just not even bothered or fazed by it.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not into it. I'm not into that.
Fair enough.
I'm not into that. Is he the biggest creep that I've seen? It's a fight between him and Mineta.
I think Minetta's worse.
Me too. Me.
At least Mineta gets his face punched out multiple times, though.
See, my thing with Mineta is I did not care much for Mineta, right? Because I'm like, okay, he's like the worthless pervert character. We have those. He's basically there for like comic relief or whatever. Is the fact that when he meets Eri for the first time and he says, "You're cute. I want to know what you look like in like 10 years." I'm like, dog, that is a 8-year-old. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? That's when I was like, hey, yo, get Manette out of here.
Mm-hmm.
How has he not been canceled yet? Where's cancel culture when you actually need it?
Fair enough.
Doing stupid stuff.
So
They have a main character with dark skin. This is offensive. Cancel it. Fuck you.
yeah. Anyway,
God damn it.
Is there anything else you want
to? That for years.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about with Black Clover?
I guess if there's something I would like to see done more is maybe like a little. Well, I would love to see like more Charlotte, but I would also like to see like how like some of like the like some backstories for like some of the captains or like some of the other squads like going on like joint missions with the Black Bulls.
Yeah.
You know, like stuff like that. Definitely a little bit less character what's the word for it, to where it's like one trait is like very 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 out in front and we don't know much about them outside of like Ghosh is into his sister.
It's like one dimensional character writing practically.
Right, yeah, like that. I like to see like a lot less of that and like more of hey, there's more to this character.
Yeah.
Also, Nozel can eat a fat dick.
True. The way he treated freaking Noelle.
He can eat a fat one. I don't like Nozel.
Yeah.
I think the family is like my least favorite like characters in the show.
Yeah.
Next, like the vice captain. I'm waiting for him.
Nozel at least had a little bit of a reason to treat Noelle like shit because he wanted to protect her in a weird way. No. I'm not. You're not buying that?
Sorry, I'm not buying that. If you can protect her without treating her like trash. Yeah. You can tell her you're not strong enough. Go be with this squad. Yeah. You're not strong enough for my squad. You don't have to go, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. Yeah. I don't want to get out of my sight. That's overkill.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
And he just kind of eggs like, on the others.
Yeah, he doesn't stop anybody else.
Like all the other two, like they're just mean for the sake of being mean.
Right? Like they're mean for just the sake of we actually don't like you because you like the worst, like you're like the weakest one or whatever. Yeah. Nozel's like, not only am I gonna allow this to happen, I'm gonna push it further. But trust me, I like you. It's like no. You're a dick.
Which made the moment with no. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like Nozel. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it made the moment with Noelle coming out and being like, you know what? I don't need to worry about you guys anymore. I don't care about you guys. So much sweeter. Just
like the moment she was like, I don't care what y'all think of me anymore. Mm-hmm. Bro, like it's just good. This is good shit. But you can still tell how much like her brother's like Nozel's improvement or compliment like actually means to her. So I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I still hate him.
Oh yeah.
Like bro, like there's just a way just to treat family. If you say that this is how you feel, you don't treat them the exact opposite and say, but I love you. It's like, no. I don't know. I'm not gonna go out and like start punching my little brother just because and telling him that he's worthless, and then go around and say I was just trying to toughen you up. It's like no. No, I don't want to. No,
Mm-hmm.
I will RKO you right here, right now. I will push you in traffic. No,
Yeah.
absolute. No, it's not. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Do you think that there may be any redeeming qualities for him? Because I know that's what they're trying to push, was him trying to better himself.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say to Nozel what I said to Bakugo. What I say about Bakugo.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you stop being such an insufferable little prick is the minute I start to actually like you. I don't care that you were protecting her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, Bakugo, that you can be a better teammate. I care about you being a dick all the time for no reason. That's my issue with you.
Honestly, like, that makes so much sense.
It's like people were like okay with like Bakugo being like a bully. Literally the definition of a bully. The first episode. Actually a bully. Then he goes and gets in the hero course. A bully gets in the hero course.
Yeah, well, then they also try to play it off as a joke that he might join the villains at one point. Like, he gets kidnapped, and he was like, nah, I ain't joining you.
I mean, but has he had some good moments? Yes. Do I like him? No. When he stops being a dick, I'll start to like him a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like Endeavor. Endeavor is making an actual effort to be a better person. Do I like Endeavor right now? Not really. I don't like him. I don't hate him anymore.
Do you think that he's becoming a better written character? Not necessarily. There's like a difference.
Or an Endeavor.
Like, you may not like him, but his writing is better.
His writing is better. His writing is better, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped watching My Hero like after the whole little 1A versus 1B like training thing. I was so bored.
Oh yeah. I
was so bored.
I only watched that, honestly, that season because that was going to be the first episode of this podcast with Rice Records. So I just watched the entire season, and literally the second half of the season that was good, but that was only because it focused on the villains. They called it My Villain Academia.
See, like that's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest. After like All Might like lost like the majority of his like power and the One for All versus All for One fight, which for me is like the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
That has been the moment of the show so far for me. Like ever since like that, ever since that and the whole like Gentle Criminal, I have been bored. I have not been entertained.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair.
Like the whole thing with like Night Eye and
Overhaul.
What's this? Overhaul. That whole thing, I'm like, okay, all right.
I'm so glad someone else thought Overhaul was boring.
Overhaul was boring. He was so boring.
So glad,
like,
because
like,
everyone was hyping him up.
Evil.
Yeah, I didn't understand his motivations at all. Besides the fact that he wanted to bring the Yakuza back, like,
bro, like
I liked Gentle Criminal.
Gentle was my guy, man.
Yeah,
I relate to him. He just want the views.
I know, right?
Bitch ass Deku's like, no, you can't enter the school. He wanted to get in the school and then immediately leave. Like, Deku, chill.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But yeah, like, I didn't care that Night Eye died. I didn't care. I didn't care that he died. I didn't care that Mirio lost his powers.
Fair enough.
They just showed up.
Yeah.
And that I was like immediate dick and was kind of like not that great.
Mm-hmm.
Like in hindsight, it's like, well, first of all, he's like, I don't approve of you because I don't think you deserve it. And it's like, it's not your call, bitch. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
A former sidekick? Get out of my face. Like, get out of my face. You saw into the future and said, All Might, you're gonna die. Guess who didn't die?
Yeah.
Like, fucking All Might. Like, what are you talking? Who are you? We wouldn't have even been...
Yeah.
They would have still been looking if he just didn't so happily randomly be in a toy store.
Fair enough.
Asking for information, and a villain just so happened to be in there buying a toy.
That always bugs me in anime, just the coincidences. It's mainly just media in general. Just coincidences annoy the crap out of me.
Like I get it. Coincidences do happen. You can't be in the right place at the right time. Like, oh, actually, let me ask you this question because I hate when people say this. In episode 1, when Bakugo got captured by that slime monster, and Deku went to go and try to save him, there are people that think that he made the situation worse by trying to help him. And my only question is, what else was he supposed to do?
Fair.
I feel like they're like, well, he made the situation worse because now instead of saving one guy, now they got to save 2. They were standing there watching.
Yeah.
Deku's the only one that did anything.
That's true.
Like,
I don't know. Rally the troops, try to get everyone to try to jump onto the monster.
What else was he supposed to do? Just stand there and watch with everybody else? Like, even like the other heroes were just like, we might hit the kid. Then go dig him out.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're just like, oh well, he didn't deserve, all like one for all because it was Mirio would have been better. Sure, did Mirio overcome like some issues that he had with his quirk? Yes, but let's be honest. It's not the only person whose call it is who gets one for all is All Might.
Yeah.
If he handpicks somebody that you don't think is worthy, it's not your call. It's his. All that person has to do is make one for all theirs and be the best hero they can be. You pick someone with the heart of a hero.
Yep.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real honest. There's a lot of things about My Hero that irritates me. The fact that they could have saved Eri in the beginning.
Oh yeah, and he really just stood there. And,
they stopped Deku from saving her. Because they said it's a smarter decision not to do. That motherfucker, he has one for all.
Yeah.
He can jump really far.
I think
without trying.
I think that issue was more of a political ramification. Like they haven't
the political ramifications of saving a little girl from a clear villain who's walking around with a 1460s doctor's mask.
I mean, technically he didn't show that he was doing anything wrong.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you have a child that is petrified and clearly does not want to let go, does not want to go back, be like, hey, yo, I'm going to take this kid to like the police station. We're going to question her. If everything checks out, we'll bring her back. Bro, what you gonna do? We're heroes. Who's gonna cancel heroes? Let's be real.
Well, they tried. They did try once All Might power fell. They actually did try to start canceling heroes.
Man, it's funny that the world desperately needs heroes, and they're like, we're gonna cancel you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, cancel us. See what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens, bro. Like sometimes like politics just irritates me. But we ain't talking about politics.
Nah.
We talking about Black Clover.
We went on a 20-minute tangent about MHA, but it's my podcast, so I don't care.
I do what I want.
Pretty much. So, I guess we've pretty much exhausted the whole Black Clover stuff. So, do you want to plug any of your stuff?
Is there anything else I want to talk about in Black Clover?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me think.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Soul. I feel like she needs her own like little arc with like Yami.
Really? Soul and Yami? I can understand her own arc, but I don't know.
I think that her and like Yami or her and Asta, probably her and Asta would be a little bit better since, you know, Yami's kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to understand that just because a man tries to help you doesn't mean that he's calling you weak. It doesn't mean that
yeah.
Like she's taking the message that Charlotte's trying to give way too literally.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte's message is that women aren't weak. We can be strong.
Right. Her overall message is you don't need a man to be strong. It doesn't mean that you can't rely on them. It's be stronger so you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you need it, rely on like your friends, which is what Yami taught her.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that even though like when Charlotte got possessed and Soul clearly was outclassed and was clearly like, I can't help you. And Yami came through and he's like, I got it. And she's like, we don't need a help from a man. He's like, Yami's like, yo, shut up. Go do something else. I will take care of Charlotte. I'm going to save Charlotte. Don't worry about it. Do what you can do right now. Rely on me to save Charlotte.
Yeah.
And you know, she went out, she saved the Wizard King. So it's cool. Yeah. She has that ability. It's just her personality is
it's holding her back.
Way too literal. It's actually like holding her back.
Yeah.
Bro, like her hatred for men is, I don't understand it. I need for her to have like her own like little story arc. Preferably with like Asta. Either Asta or like Yami when they save him. Because I hope they save him. Do not take Yami away from me. I will never watch the show again.
Hey, you know, Asta's got to become the leader of the Black Bulls at some point, and then after that, he's got to be the No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, like at some point, like I hope Asta's the one dude that I actually hope gets overpowered.
Yeah, honestly, what do you think about Julius Novochromo not dying?
Him not dying. Him not dying is something I'm cool with. I'm cool with him like not dying.
I mean, he is a fantastic character. I love his personality.
I do like him. I do love him. And his I was about to say his quirk. His magic allows him to like not die. He has like fail safes because he's the Wizard King. Yeah. He should be good enough to have a bunch of fail safes just in case. So, well,
then his grimoire was like 100 pages of just a circular. That shit was so cool when they first showed that.
Yeah. Like he's so dope. Now I will say this in contrast, going back to the One for All versus All for One fight. I'm gonna say this. I love I love it that All Might didn't die in the fight. I will admit, I am fully aware the story would have been a lot more interesting and a lot better if he did. I'm just really glad he didn't.
Okay, that's fair. I kind of have this running theory about Black Clover where Asta will become the Magic Knight, the Wizard King, and Yuno will be the king of the Heart King or Clover Kingdom. He'll be the actual king. Because you know how the actual king is kind of this useless dude who just his magic is himself. And you have freaking Zeke. I love Zeke. He's the Baja guy, he just
that dude, he just trying not to die, bro.
He fails upwards.
He is trying not to bro. That dude don't even be doing nothing. He just trying not to get killed by God damn it, I forget his name. His captain.
Jack the Ripper.
Fighting with Yami.
It's Jack the Ripper.
Jack, I love that.
I love his power so much. It seems so simple, and he looks like a Hollywood villain, but he's actually a really interesting character.
For the most part, I like all the captains outside of Nozel.
Yeah.
Now the other dude, I don't know much about him.
Real?
The dude who took over for the Purple Orcas.
Oh, yeah, I don't know very much about him.
Don't know. I know he has a fantastic mustache.
Yep. That's about it.
That's it. That's it. Well, the rest of the captains are cool.
I was gonna say, you mentioned something earlier about like exploring more of the guilds, and I'm really curious about the Purple Orcas because they have a history of corruption.
Right, and how like they deal with it like internally.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I like. There's a lot of interesting ways that they can, weave a story. Like the Purple Orc. We can look at how like we've seen kind of how like the oh my god. What Flagoleon's guild?
Yeah.
What is
Crimson Lions.
The Crimson Lions. We see how they operate. It's dope. I have seen nobody from Jesus, what's her name?
Dorothy, the Coral Peacocks.
Yeah, we've seen nothing of the Coral Peacocks.
I know.
Nothing.
Same thing with like the Azure Deer. We have one person from the Azure Deer. He was in that tournament arc with the crystals. It was the Snow Girl. I was gonna say that's it. You may she became one of the magic. I actually think she became one of the elves. She was on like Yuno's team when they were invading the whole castle. But yeah, yep.
I don't even remember that.
Her power is snow.
The only thing I remember about from that was when oh god, Fenrir. When Fenrir's like, was it brother or cousin?
Longris. I think it's his little brother who has
brother.
Yeah.
Who has like the I guess inferiority complex. Yeah. He was going ham, and then everybody in the Black Bulls was like, nah, bro.
I love that moment so much. They did not blink at all.
Bro, yo, we will drop you right here, bro.
Yeah.
Right here. I think didn't Charmy get out of like the
the entire arc, she wasn't even invited. She just was eating food on the Wizard King's lap, and she would like hand up like cookies to him, and he'd take
You'd
it.
be like, oh, thanks.
Like that entire sequence was so good. Like he just
Bro, like-
accepted it. We're sitting there. It's like this is the strongest dude theoretically in the entire kingdom, and he just lets this random girl just sit on his lap.
What? Just sit on his lap, just eat, and then here's a cookie, and he's like, all right,
Yeah.
you just chill it, bro, just chill it. I do have a question for you though.
Okay.
As a waifuologist myself, I have to ask, who is your Black Clover waifu?
It's got to be Narrow.
Nero is very fair. Nero is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for depressed girls, I guess. A little bit. I just want to help them. Like, there's just a part of me that's just like, I want to help.
Right, like, can you want some food? You want a hug? I think my I'm pretty sure my waifu is Charlotte.
Fair enough.
I really like Charlotte.
No, that's
a lot.
I can gather that. I literally think my second would be Mario Leona, only because she can step on me.
She is. I'm gonna be honest. When she first like showed up in the show and was first like throwing, I was like, "Hey, yo, I think I'm in love." She would be. I put her third. I put her behind Noelle.
Okay.
Because Noelle is honestly one of my. She is honestly a tsundere I actually really, really, really like.
Okay.
And I went into that because normally if I see a tsundere, I'm like, I hate you. I hate you already. I hate you already. There's. Are you a tsundere? You seen a Sword Art Online?
I have just the first season.
Damn, I was about to say, is Sinon a soon? I think so. That's one. You're definitely tsundere, but you get a lot of passes from me. I love you. Three. There's three of them here. I only like three.
Fair enough.
Off the top of my head. You're not. You are definitely not.
I was gonna say Urza Scarlet's definitely not. She can step on me.
You're a masochist. You're just adorable.
I was gonna say Megumine's adorable.
But
I love Konosuba so much.
I have not laughed so hard so often at an anime since like what was it, Daily Lives of High School Boys?
I don't know, but
that like I don't think you. I doubt a lot of people have seen it. That show is fucking funny.
Yeah,
it is so fucking.
Fair enough.
Like if you ever check it out, there's like my favorite parts of it is everything to do with this literary girl. That's literally her name. It's just this girl with purple hair. The first episode, she pops up. I'm sorry. Like the daily lives of high school boys revolves around these three dudes, these three friends.
Yeah.
And just their daily life is like, high school boys. And one of them goes to like a riverbank because, it's Japan and that's like a relaxing place. And there's just this girl there. So he's like, this is awkward. What do I say? Like she just came up and just sat right, like pretty close. Like, what do I say? Do I say something? Like what? And then they start going through like this, like hella like anime like conversation.
Reminds me a little bit of the Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
Oh god, that too. That's funny too,
I love that anime.
bro. That's so. I've never seen it.
That I recommend that one. That anime is hilarious. That it's literally about this dude who has he's so broken. He's got telepathic powers. He can do everything. And the reason why all the characters in the world have colored hair is because he was born naturally with pink hair and he didn't want to stand out. So he gave everyone else colored hair. And
That's pretty good.
The dude just wants to chill on a day-to-day basis and nobody lets him chill. It's hilarious. He just wants to chill and eat some coffee cake. And nobody allows him. He's like, come on, man, come on. I guess I gotta go to this desolate island where my friends crashed a plane on. He was literally on a plane. They crashed on an island. He has the ability at night to just teleport home, sleep in his bed, and then he wakes up 5 minutes before his alarm, teleports back to the island, and makes everybody thinks that he was on the island the entire time. This dude's a savage.
Oh my god.
I think you'd like that show, The Disastrous Life of Saiki Kuso.
My friend's been telling me for like years to watch that show, so I guess I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot one of these days.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell him.
So, anyways, we're about 30 minutes over time, but like I said earlier, it's by podcast, so I don't care.
I'm sorry, I don't know when to shut up.
Nah, that's fine. I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Totally. Is there anything you want to plug? Any social media? Anything?
I do have a YouTube and I have a Twitch, also Twitter, all at TaylorMadeOtaku. So, if you you can go to my my YouTube, watch some reactions. I take some challenges every once in a while. On Twitch on Mondays, I react to nerdcore songs. They came out like that weekend. Normally on Wednesdays and Fridays. Okay. I should say this. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8.
Okay.
Most of the time on Fridays might be like a double stream because I also have like a podcast.
Okay.
That's called Talk to Me Nice. Because my first guest was Sailor.
Oh.
Sailor, your love, and she don't talk to me nice. So I title it.
I know those memes. I've seen the way you guys talk on Twitter.
She starts it. She wakes up every day and picks violence. She looks at my name and says, I'm a fuck him up. And then she told everybody that my waifu was Sakura. That's far from the truth. I hate Sakura so goddamn much. But, that's that. Yeah. But yeah. And tomorrow, it's going to be on the April Fool's Day, I suppose, is how we're going to do that. I'm having another episode with Otaku Wire.
Okay.
And like the podcast is supposed to be, it's either I sit down, I interview the guest, or we sit down and talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Okay, so kind of like this podcast. You just talk about it.
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough.
I'd love to have you on.
Cool. I'd love to be on. So.
But yeah. It could be like I said, it could be an interview. We could just talk about whatever you feel like talking about.
Top 20 waifus. I don't know.
Hey! You speaking my language right now.
Okay,
You speaking my language.
we'll think about it.
Top 20 waifus. That's the waifuologist is in the building, baby. Let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Taylor, for coming on. This was a lot of fun. And so, yeah, hope you all take care. I'm the Anime Overanalyst, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Talking nerdcore, talking nerdcore today. We're talking nerdcore, talking nerdcore our way. We're talking nerdcore, talking nerdcore today. We're talking nerdcore.